Welcome everyone to our Vendhere channel. Vendhere is a virtual business incubator. We provide online courses in consulting for startups and small businesses, particularly focusing on helping founders and entrepreneurs, write their business plans, figure out how much profit their business can make, how profitable their business can make, but also we like to focus on how much impact you can potentially make out there in the marketplace, because we are all about not just profitability, but impact. And so we come in to try and help you in expanding your sphere of influence. But today we're going to talk about what is the value of a business plan in 2020. Now, there is a whole lot of stuff going on, from economic uncertainty to coronavirus. We have civil unrest. And for those that are thinking about starting a business or already in business, now is not the time to forget about a business plan. And so we're going to talk about that business plans in general don't have to be these 60, 100-page documents that you really don't know what's going on within the document, but in actuality, they're actually live documents that you reference as you go. So we're going to jump into that, and we're going to just start out with what is a business plan. So a business plan, the Oxford Dictionary outlines a business plan as a document setting out a business future's objectives and strategies for achieving them. That's the Oxford Dictionary definition there. And then we have the Vendhere one. We like to keep things simple. We think a business plan is essentially just your business roadmap. It's a working document that you're going to update, that one identifies the problem that your business, your product or service looks to solve. And we advise that you stick to no more than 3, particularly if you're just starting out, because sometimes when you have too many things you're trying to tackle at once, you can end up trying to be a jack of all trades and master of none. So it's really good to specialize at first to understand what the problems are that you are looking to solve, and try to focus on no more than 3. Once you've identified the problems, your business plan is going to identify the solutions that you offer in solving those problems. And in doing so, we have newer age terms and business philosophies, from lean startup, something called the minimum viable product. You want to understand what your minimum viable product is or service is that you are bringing to the market. This is essentially, hey, it may not have all the bells and whistles, or we may not be able to provide all the unique little services, custom services that I would like to provide. However, this minimal viable product meets and is able to provide a solution for the problem that my market is facing. And with that, it helps you identify, better narrow down what your target market actually is. Who your customer profile is. This could be, you might be trying to target a younger demographic, maybe from teenagers to age 30, under 30, or you might be trying to get college students to baby boomers, but they're into a specific type of hobby. So you have to develop your customer profile and understand what type of people will buy my product and service. What are their buying habits? What are their characteristics that will make them ideal, that are ideal for the solution that you are providing to the market? And with that, that is the only way you can determine your actual market value, what the market value is out there that you're trying to get the piece of the pie, and your potential earnings as a business. It's very, very important. So you definitely want to have those things. And in our current environment in 2020, there's never been a time more than now where if you are in business or thinking about getting in business, you definitely need a business plan. The only difference is it's all about tailoring. It doesn't have to be a 50-page document, 100-page document. It could be if you have substantial information that truly is relevant for what you're doing, and you got your how-tos, you got your vision in there, but you definitely don't want to have fluff just for having fluff. You want to make sure your business answers these 4 things, and it's tailored to the context that you are providing. Next, who uses the business plans? Well, like we mentioned, you're going to use them. You use the business plans. Aspiring entrepreneurs use the business plans. Current founders of small businesses and even corporations have business plans. So you're definitely going to use a business plan. The second category are usually other external financial stakeholders such as business investors, bankers, could even be family and friends that are looking to provide you some startup funding, may want to see your business plan. And they want to, what they're all looking for is making sure you understand exactly the scope and purpose of your business. You know the problem that you're solving, you know how you're solving it with your minimal viable product or service. You understand your target market, and you understand, have done your research in the market as to how much potential earnings that you can make. This is often referred to as return on investment. And I am a huge fan of the show Shark Tank. So you can see there on your right side of the screen that we got some investors from the show Shark Tank, and you always see they're always asking, what's the return on investment that I'll get? Because they're trying to figure out, well, if I give you $50,000 or $100,000 or $1 million or whatever the value is, what are they going to get back in return? So this is all part of why a business plan is so important. It's not necessarily the length, but it's the quality and the substance that you have in there tailored for your business. So it's very important. Why do we use them? Leading into that, again, we want to increase the chance of success in your business and longevity. We want you to be successful. So using a business plan increases your chance of success. Now, it would be a very scary thing if you were to go on vacation and the pilot that's about to fly you over to Hawaii or wherever you may be going didn't go to flight school, doesn't have the license, doesn't know how to do flight plans, doesn't know how to navigate the plane, doesn't know how to check for routine maintenance, that the plane needs routine maintenance, and you blindly get onto that plane. Well, guess what? It's not going to be a high chance of success for that plane, and it's actually would be absolutely terrified. I would be terrified to get on that plane. So you want to increase your chances of success by making sure you have a business plan that outlines all of the things that the functions that we mentioned earlier, the 4 functions that we mentioned earlier. And it'll help you increase your chance of success. The second reason, well, is to establish a strong foundation. Building a business is like building anything else in life. You have to have a strong foundation. And a business plan is not only a roadmap, but it's a strong foundation to make sure that you're in the right market. And of course, things change, which is why, again, the Vendhere definition, it's a working document that you update maybe on a quarterly basis or a biannual basis or an annual basis. But it's something that you want to pretty regularly look at and see if, hey, things need to be changed or not. But it provides a strong foundation so that your house doesn't crash, so that your business doesn't crash. It would be a very scary thing if we had architects. You want to go buy a house, and the architect never really, had a really good, clear blueprint, never really had very good architectural plans for your house that you want to build from scratch. Because guess what? You move into that house, things might start to collapse. The roof might start to collapse because never really planned a good structure. Things might start to fall apart. So that's not good. We don't want that. So why we use a business plan? To increase the chance of success and to establish a strong foundation. Lastly, we also use them before launch, during operations, and maybe perhaps as your exit strategy when you're intending to sell the business or transfer the ownership. 2 critical concepts you need to understand here is, one, what's called the business entity concept. That means that your business is separate from you, the owner, other creditors that may have lent you money, employees, customers, interested parties, and even other businesses. This is important to make sure you know that your business is a separate entity, hence why you incorporate maybe as an LLC or a corporation, so that it's separate. And then the second concept is the going concern or continuity assumption, meaning that your business, the entity, remember, will continue to operate indefinitely unless strong evidence exists that the entity will terminate or maybe like close or things of that nature. So why these 2 concepts are important? Well, one, because your business is a separate entity. It's like a person. It's a person. It's an entity. And then secondly, it's the going concern assumption, meaning it will be in operation indefinitely. So even if you are no longer maybe the CEO or the owner, you can sell the business, but the business is still in existence. Hence why you may use a business plan not only before an launch or during operations, but also as a pre-exit strategy. You want to take a look at your business plan on how you intend maybe to sell the business or transfer the ownership. How you use them, again, you want to make sure that you tailor your business to what makes sense for you. Do what works for you, okay? You want to make sure it's concise, and you want to think long-term for strategy. This is very important. So you stay in the game and off the bench. Now that's just my little small tidbit there, because I am a huge basketball fan. And by the way, I think the Lakers have a great chance of getting the championship. FYI, I'm a huge Laker fan. I think LeBron got something good going here. So hopeful, even though the season got cut off. Again, 2020 has been crazy, but I think Lakers got this. But back to what we were talking about, you want to use them, again, to tailor your business, be concise, think long-term strategy, and you want to make sure that you have SMART goals. That's your goals being specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Okay, you want to make sure they're specific. You're not just thinking broadly. You want to make sure you can measure your progress. You want to make sure you have goals and milestones that are achievable and not completely out of the water. You want to make sure it's relevant to your business, hence why you're tailoring it to your situation. And you want to make sure that they're time-bound, monthly, again, quarterly, whatever works for you. Weekly, if you have maybe a lot of interaction with customers and things of that nature, and you want to incorporate feedback. So I hope that helped. Again, talking about the value of a business in 2020. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, Vendhere Inc. Make sure you like, comment, and share. You can find us at www.vendhere.com. Again, we provide online courses and startup consulting for startups and small business. We want your business to not only be profitable, but have impact, because we believe that you have gifts and talents that God has given you, and your business is an extension of you. Again, I always like to throw in a little personal tidbit there at the end, and I openly encourage people to look at their gifts and talents, because again, your business is just an extension of you. Who goes about building a tower without even taking the time to say, hey, how much does this cost, or how much time will this take? And like the Bible says, I believe in Proverbs 15:22, plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed. So again, we're here for you. We're all about making sure you're profitable, but you have impact. So make sure to subscribe to our channel. Again, like, share, and comment, and we'll see you next time.